Okay, John, so it's Toronto on Sunday, the Transatlantic Challenge, the league leaders. It's going to be one heck of a challenge, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, they're a great team. For me, they're a Super League team. You've only to look at the personnel that they've got. The two centres are absolutely outstanding. John Wilkin, I think, personally, is the best player in the Championship. And, you know, they're just littered with stars across the board. And they're obviously very well coached. Brian McDermott's added a certain hard-nosed edge to them. So they're a very difficult team to beat, as indicated by the record of 22 games and just the one loss over in Toulouse. So it's a heck of a challenge and one that we're happy to embrace.
You've had an extra week to prepare for this. You've had a chance to look at the extra threats they pose. Is that going to stand you in good stead at all? Obviously, they'll have had more time to look at yourselves as well.
No, it's going to send me mad because they really can score tries from anywhere. I mean, they play some great rugby. It's based around their skill level and you know, their game plan and rightly I think is based upon the fact they feel their skill level is probably better than any other in the Championship, and it's pretty difficult to argue against it when you see them play and when you look at the points for and against record and when you look at the wins and loss record. So yeah, they're good, and yes, we've had a good look at them, and yes, they'll have had a good look at us, but all it does is confirm the task ahead is a difficult one.
They've just been crowned league leaders, obviously. Some people will be hoping for a bit of a hangover from that, but I'm sure you'll be under no illusions that they'll want to be battle hardened and ready for their playoffs.
Yeah, well, you'd like to think. I think we could have got that if it had been a week on week. If they'd have won the league leaders' shield and we'd have played them the next week, we might have got them. But they'll have had a week's worth of it sunk in, and then I'm sure they've had a week looking forward and preparing for us. So that to me doesn't come into effect. All we can do is control what we've got. We've got some pretty good players and a pretty good team, and we want to challenge them at our home ground this coming Sunday.
Just focusing on Bradford then, obviously the York game was an improved performance on Swinton. Was that near enough where the side left off with that Toulouse victory, that level of performance?
It was, yeah, and it you know, indicates as well what a good team York are because we played very well. I mean, I'm a little disappointed still. 5 tries to 4, and we're at the wrong side of the scoring ledger. But you know, you score points by kicking goals and drop goals as well. So credit to them, and you know they were deserved winners. But our level of performance was very high indeed. And yes, we need to be as good as that with another 10% if we're going to challenge Toronto. That's how good they are.
Well, you're still in with a shout of the playoffs, so 3 points off with 5 games left. Is it just a case of keeping that pressure up, doing the best you can in your own ability and winning those games, ticking them up?
Exactly, yeah, until it's mathematically impossible for us to go for the playoffs. That's what we're aiming for. So yeah, and obviously this weekend's a big 2 points. I'm sure that we won't be favourites. You know, Toronto will be heavy favourites, and it's one probably that we can look upon as a free hit. You know, they can send a bouncer down, and using cricketing terms, we can try to put it over the boundary without it bouncing. So it's a free hit for us, and that's what we'll have to treat it as, where we can just commit ourselves to a real tough, aggressive, hard-working 80 minutes of rugby league, and let's see where we are at the end of it.
After Halifax's efforts in the Cup last week, you were saying it was a great advert for Championship rugby. I think this Sunday you've got one of the newest teams in the game, one of the oldest going head-to-head. It promises to be another really exciting advert on the Sky cameras as well.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's great that it is televised because obviously the media attention is marvellous for our players because, you know, they're not used to it at this point in time. Hopefully when we get into Super League they will be, but they're not used to it at this point in time, and hopefully it'll just inspire them to an extra 10% as well. But yeah, it'll be great to have the Sky cameras here. We'll welcome them, and hopefully our performance reflects the importance and the size of the occasion.
And the squad's getting healthier as we go towards the end of the season. Competition for places is going to play its part as well, and after York and some players did step up a level, they're going to need to step up that little bit further.
Exactly right, yes, we're in a healthy place. There's just a couple of lads who are suffering a bit of illness this week, and you know that may explain their omission from the 19-man squad, and that will obviously become relevant when people see the 19-man squad. But generally we are healthy, getting people back. Obviously James Green is coming back. The medical staff's done a great job 3 weeks early, so delighted to have him back on board, and he obviously adds to that competition in that middle unit.
And the games are going thick and fast now. We've got Barrow next week and then Dewsbury. It's a really exciting part of the season, one I'm sure as a coach you relish.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, this is the business part of the season, isn't it? So, you know, it is exciting. It's exciting for Super League, for League One and for the Championship as their competitions come to an end and we jostle for playoff places, and obviously the Challenge Cup's coming up as well. So I think it's a great time of year for any rugby league fan, and all I can do though is implore our fans to come down on Sunday, make as much noise as possible, make it intimidating for our Canadian cousins, and let's really get behind the players and try to inspire them to a great performance as they did against Leeds.